Hello everyone, welcome to Telangana Exam Center. Today I have to tell all of you that whatever the classes that we have done before the prelims examination and in many of the classes whatever we have discussed, most of them with respect to the economic subject has appeared in UPSC Civil Service Prelims 2025 which was held on May 25th. I was constantly giving on my channel various tips that you have to actually take into consideration when you are going to write the examination. So I have given almost around 10 tips. I have taken lectures on agriculture scheme and also took lectures on budget economic survey, and many of the questions, almost around 10 questions in 5 classes, that whatever I have discussed, okay, which comes to around 20 marks, that is 1/4 of the cutoff marks I have given all of you. I'll prove everything whatever we have discussed in a bit. Before going into the discussion, my dear students, as you know that if you're confident about prelims, do join my mains test series. It is very highly qualitative, and I guarantee that most of the questions that we are actually doing in our mains test series will reflect in the UPSC prelims mains examination for sure. And if you have actually given your prelims and you're not so confident, no need to worry about it. You can join my prelims come mains mentorship program, as because you have already studied about the subject. My mentorship is not the mentorship that you have seen in the various institute. Remember this point here, as I have been already telling to all the aspirants and those who are listening to me. Joining an institute will only give you knowledge, but one point of time you need someone who have cracked the examination, who have went to the interview, and who knows how to nurture and how to make it happen for a aspirant. That is more important. Learning these subjects from an exclusive educator and subscribing to such number of subjects which are important for the examination is very good. Now the days have gone where you have to join an institute. Instead of that, you can join an individual educator for the subject. With it, what happen, you will get the personalized touch of the educator. Your doubts will be cleared 24 into 7, and he will be responsible and accountable, or she will be responsible accountable for your performance too. So instead of joining any institute and shelling out 2 lakh rupees, it's better that you join every educator of the subjects which are important to that, so that you will get the definite outcome in the examination. Okay, so UPSC CSE Prelims 2025 GS Economic MCQs we are going to discuss, because this is my forte subject. Economy and current affairs and editorials. That is what we generally do on our channel. Along with that, Telangana specifics, lot of current affairs I'll discuss, and TGPSC mains model question and answer also I will discuss. So whether you are writing UPSC, you are giving UPSC, or you are giving TGPSC, you are giving APPSC, only for the group 1 student, the mains test series and mains mentorship has already begun. It's a customized and very exclusive mentorship and mains test series for each and every student, where 1:1 you will be continuously, every day classes will be there, knowledge gap classes will be there. It means that if you have ever missed any of the topics, okay, in your coaching, that particular topics will be taken up and will be given a lecture for you. Live classes are there, current affairs material is there, MCQ and mains model question and answer. Continuous and consistent practice will be given to you. You will definitely feel outcome of your own performance in a very short period of time. That is how we motivate, that is how we make you very consistent and confident about your examination that is going to be held this year or the next year. Let us start our lecture with very important question: international north-south corridor. If you are aware of this fact, so I have already discussed this particular question in our there was a course that I have published on www.telanganaexamcenter.com, and the app is also with the same name. So if you have published the 200 most probable question for the UPSC 2025, in that I have given one demo lecture on the YouTube, and in the demo lecture this particular question has already been discussed. So if you have studied the 200 most probable question, and if you have taken that particular material, you would have a very great edge to crack the examination this year too. So you can see that this question was already discussed. India is one of the founding members of International North-South Corridor. It is true. I have already told you in my tips section also that whether when any conventions are there, any treaties there, they may twist. UPSC generally plays with what preposition, conjunction, superlatives, okay, larger, smaller, all, only, rural, urban. I have given a very well organized and articulated lecture with regard to what you have to keep in mind when you're going towards the examination. At that time, I have also told you that make sure that if they ask you India is a member, they will also ask you India is a founding member or not. Okay, this distinction I have given already. So you can see that India is one of the founding members, obviously, with regard to International North-South Corridor Transport. Okay, so basically, very simple question. We have discussed this particular question in length. After this slide, there was also a picture like this. So you can see that from India, you are taking the help of what Iran, and you are going to what through Russia, you are tapping what European market. Basically, how do you go means from Mumbai you will go to what Red Sea, then Mediterranean Sea. Then this is how India's products were actually sold in the European market. But with the help of this, we have reduced the short duration. Okay, distance has been reduced, and we are able to forge more better relations with Iran. Many of the aspirants at that time, I have already told you that India, Saudi Arabia, many of the aspirants may think that India is very good with Saudi Arabia, so Saudi Arabia could be the reason and Iran could not be the reason answer for it. Why? Because Iran and India does not share that friendly relations. There is always a kind of like sentiment is there between India and Iran, which is not actually very smooth. I hope this is all clear to you. So the option here is A. Already discussed in my lectures, so you have already cracked 2 marks from my lectures. Now you see that. And one more important point I would like to inform all the aspirants who are watching me. I wanted to know that whether the economic questions are given from different papers or they have been given from PIB or India Yearbook whatsoever. At the end, after analyzing all the UPSC economic questions, I understood that most of the questions, not only I'm saying that few of the questions, I'm saying that nearly about 95% of economic questions, like suppose if there are 20 questions of economy were there in the UPSC GS 2025 prelims paper, out of 20 questions, 16 to 17 questions are directly coming from economic times. So just imagine a point here, a student who has been very much who has properly done his preparation with regard to this economic times newspaper. He can easily do 20 questions, which comes to around 40 marks, which is nothing but one half of the total cutoff marks. And I have also analyzed that, though that's not my subject, but I wanted to know that whether along with economy, what else subject could be possibly we can refer to a particular source with the help of which we can able to crack the prelims examination. Then I understood that environment is the second important subject in the total prelims examination, which is having around 18 questions are there. 18 questions come to what 36 marks. Here 40 and 36, just imagine 76 marks. 76 marks, just do 5 to 6 right with regard to polity and you are good to go and prepare for the mains. Very simple. Now the question here is, what is the source that I have identified with regard to this environment paper? For economy, we already understood that economic times, that I will prove in a bit. With regard to environment, they are basically asking from the print and down to earth. Down to earth is the newspaper itself is what earth means, whatever is there on the initiatives or whatever is related to earth, they will be discussing about it. So if you are discussing this two, if you are following this two paper, you can easily crack the examination. And if you are seeing that Hindu is more of what political paper, so you will get a lot of politics or governance or polity related or administrative related aspects from polity. And with regard to अगर if you talk about Indian Express, अगर Indian Express की बात करेंगे तो यहाँ पे Indian Express में you will basically get a lot of clumsy. Basically, I really feel that Indian Express is equals to one of the online institution with regard to UPSC. Just take a lot of institutes are there which generally sells only material. In the same way, Indian Express only dump what a lot of data only information to the students. But I really feel that they have to make it more crisp and more concise, which they don't do it. Whether it is knowledge nuggets also, and opinions and editorials are very very faltu in that. So we cannot make any kind of mains question and answers with regard to what Indian Express. Okay, Hindu is more of political. You can only do politics, social, society or governance related answers. Okay, that is for the mains. Okay, if that is for the prelims. Mains, you know that what you have to do, you have to continuously do the practice and you have to join us so that you will be better off. I hope this particular question is clear. Now let us go with the second one. So here the question is with reference to the investments. Okay, with reference to the investments, consider the following. So they are talking about their alternative investments are there: bonds, stocks, hedge funds, and venture capital. Okay, now if you are watching Shark Tank India, basically Shark Tank, you know that Anupam Mittal is there, Aman Gupta is there, then you have Pharma CEO is there. I don't exactly remember him. Kunal Bhal is there. Okay, Vinita is, etc. So basically here people will come with the startups. So basically what they do, they buy equity. They buy equity. Nothing but these guys will invest in their company and takes the ownership of it. Right or wrong? Yes. And sometimes when you come across these people, they say that out of 100%, already 20% they have given to a angel investor. Angel investor is nothing but the one who is high net worth individuals. Like जो पैसे वाले हैं उनको जाके idea बोलना. So they will be saying that okay, I will invest. That's all is called as what high net worth individuals are called as what angel investors. Now you just see that this is given in what the CNBC 18. So if you are at least knowing the definition of what is the meaning of alternative investment fund, you can easily do this question. Just see the theory here. In alternative investment fund, money is collected from the investors and put into areas other than regular stocks and bonds. Nothing but in alternative investment funds, you collect money from anywhere, any source, but it should not be what stocks and bonds. So here you are saying if you remove the stocks and bonds, so only two are right: hedge funds and venture capital. Only two is the answer. So very easily we understood this particular answer. But only you should know what is the definition of alternative investment fund. Okay, alternative investment fund could be what venture capital firm, angel funds. I have told you, and hedge funds. Now, the second question here is which among the following are the sources of income for the RBI? You can see again Economic Times. This also have come in Economic Times, my dear students. This also have come in Economic Times. So very clearly, where does RBI income come from? So exactly the same question. What is there in UPSC? So we have now understood that if you UPSC want to ask economic questions, they are going to ask from Economic Times. Please spread this and tell that this is told by me, and do join the mentorship program that we are having and mains test series for UPSC, TGPSC, and APPSC. Which among the following are the sources of income to the RBI? Now, in this newspaper, in this article, below it is written like that: interest receipts and other income. That's how it is written. Earnings from interest on holdings of domestic securities for conducting OMOs, open market operations. You all know that it is conducted by RBI on behalf of the government. So basically here buying and purchase and sale of securities will happen. So you can see here buying and selling of the government. Obviously RBI performs government functions of the government on its behalf. That's why government will pay to the RBI. So basically this is true. Now again you see that income from what? Holding foreign currency assets. This is also true. Now just imagine a point here, very simple. Have you ever heard about RBI and pension? Anything is, you have you ever heard about RBI and pension? Never, right? So this cannot be the answer at all. Now remember this point again. Did you ever hear about RBI has helped Godrej or Board Company or Sugar Cosmetics or Ambani or Reliance, etc.? Did you ever heard about RBI is helping the private companies? Never. So 4 cannot be the answer. 2, 3 cannot be the answer. So 3 is there here. So 4 is also there here. So this 2, if you eliminate, you are left with only A and D. Now printing and distributing currency, how can that would be income to the RBI? Because they are printing and distributing means what? They are actually incurring cost on it. So this is not the income to the RBI, it's actually a expenditure or the cost to the RBI. That's why if you remove the fifth one if you remove, your answer is only what? 1 and 2. So just having a common sense, a little bit of financial literacy, you can easily do the economic question paper, and from the economic times most of the question have come. Now, in the during where at the time of discussion of the tips, I have already told you that please you can see that change in statutory body, change in statutory body. That was a tip that I have given you before, just before the examination, 2 days before the examination. I told all of you that our UPSC generally have not much to manipulate anything with regard to the content, because the subjects and the content is limited and syllabus is properly given to us. What generally they do to trick us in order to make us wrong is only what changing what ministries, changing prepositions, conjunctions, superlatives, rural, urban, pan India, etc. They just try to manipulate these words, nothing more than that, only, all, etc. So here you can see that properly gave here the UPSC has asked Directorate of Enforcement, Directorate of Revenue Intelligence, Directorate General of System and Data Management. It takes care of which act, it takes care of which act, it takes care of which act. Okay, so basically if you are aware of this, this is fine. But here one gimmick is there. Okay, remember this point here. Directorate of Enforcement does not work under the Internal Security Division of Home Affairs. Basically it works under the Department of Revenue, Ministry of Finance. Remember this point, Ministry of Finance, that is where the Directorate of Enforcement will work. So if only one is gone, here also all the three will be, cannot be the wrong. None cannot be the answer. So answer is only what? Only two. So beautifully done with the help of common sense and the elimination method that is being taught to you always in for the examination. Okay. Now, this is the last question we'll do for our today's class, and we'll come with next class very good analysis. That as I've already told you in the tips, that change of names will be there, change of statutory body. Again, the Reserve Bank of India mandates all listed companies in India to submit a business responsibility and sustainability report. Just by seeing this statement, you can do this particular question. Why? Because did you ever hear about RBI is doing something with the share market or bond market? Do they have any kind of relation with RBI and these kind of stock, bonds, etc., mutual funds? No, right? Yes. All of these are basically seen by whom? It is basically seen by what? SEBI. Basically seen by what? SEBI. Okay. Getting my point here. So now just imagine here one important word is written, which is a gimmick from the UPSC itself. Listed companies. What is it? Listed company. Listed is nothing but we are talking about here stocks and bonds. So the moment the listed companies come, RBI will go off and SEBI will be the authority here. So only one only is absolutely wrong. It cannot be the wrong. Neither one, neither two, or two only will be there. In India, a company submitting BRSR makes disclosure in report that are largely non-financial in nature. That is very true. It is taken from the Hindu newspaper. See, the Security Exchange Board of India issued a circular to disclose what? Sustainability related reporting for the top 1000 listed companies. So that is true. It is not RBI, it is SEBI. Now you can see that under this particular report, the company has to actually disclose various other aspects along with the, apart from what monetary, like resource usage, how much energy they are using, how much watts they are actually burning to run their institution, how much water is they are using for running their monthly water operations, how much air pollutant they do, greenhouse emissions, or how much are they contributing anything to the circular economy or not, what are the various welfare measures taken for the workforce, what is the addition or innovation that they are doing in the value chain, okay, how they are helping the communities and consumers with regard to how they function, etc. Okay, so you can see that many of the things with regard to what BRSR report is what non-financial in nature. This is non-financial nature. All of this paragraph is also what? Non-financial nature. I hope this is all clear to you. Tomorrow I'll be doing the rest all the questions. Okay, actually my OBS is was giving a problem. There was a technical problem was it. Now it has been solved. There won't be any delay with regard to uploading any videos, but definitely from tomorrow onwards we will continue this series and we will finish it off with high what I say is the credibility and reliability with regard to whatever we are doing. Make sure that you be a part of the mains test series and the mentorship program. That will definitely help you to crack the examination. With me, you are always okay, ready to go and good to crack. Take care. Have a nice day. Good night.